get the stream, and we will be good to go. Inspired by historical events and characters, this work of fiction was designed, developed, and produced by a multicultural team of various religions and beliefs. Alright. And with that, let's start this up. We shall be going into the single player with a new game.
Used to be when people talked about the end of the world, we locked them up, or laughed them off. Sometimes both. But we never took them seriously. Maybe we should have. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning, with the abduction of Desmond Miles, my son.
This will probably date
This
itself
boy
pretty
had
well.
no ambition, no direction, no plans for the future. What he did have was a heritage, one he chose to deny. It nearly cost him his life. He was captured and imprisoned. Those who took him believed he could help them find something. The apple. One of several artifacts we call pieces of Eden. Bits of ancient technology scattered across the globe.
Cue the
Some
ancient
hidden,
aliens.
some found, all of them dangerous. Most are held by a single group, the same group that now had Desmond. You know them as Abstergo Industries. We know them as the Templars, as the enemy. We've been fighting them for thousands of years, even longer if you believe the stories of their origins. I do. After all, I've seen the truth. That's the beauty and the horror of the Animus. A device that allows us to enter and experience the lives of our ancestors. It holds the power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do, and the Templars have the upper hand these days. But something larger than the Assassins and Templars is approaching, bigger than all of us. And if we can't find a way to stop it, these next few weeks will probably be our last. Everyone's last. In the end, it all comes down to him. To Desmond. Through the Animus, he discovered his heritage, explored the lives of his ancestors, and uncovered their secrets.
Altair
When that was
ibn
done, he
Mahad,
trained. He
Ezio
used
auditore
another ancestor to
differenze.
provide decades of experience in the span of a few days. It worked. We think. We hope. Soon, though, soon we'll know. That ominous date fast approaches, December 21st, 2012. None of us knows what it'll bring, only that this is where they want us to be, when it does. They've been guiding us in their own fractured, frustrating way. These voices from the first civilization, the ones who came before, a precursor race of immense power and uncertain motives. They're the ones who made the pieces of Eden.
Yeah, no
This
trust.
is where they've led him, and through him, us. He stands at the entrance to this long-lost place, armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio. He holds in his hands the apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support him however we can. His name is Desmond Miles.
Lovely. Yeah, so this game came out in, I want to say 2010, 2011. As the character models
We're
undoubtedly
here.
show.
Let's go.
One thing I will say was always a beautiful thing about these games was how incredible the scenery always looks. And cue the ancient aliens.
In another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again.
Thank you, Stephen Merchant. There's a shocking lack of light. Up, there we go. Just got to relearn some of the controls. Oh, that's a door.
I think we're here.
Slide. Sprint, jump. Glowy bit, probably radioactive. Of course they're gonna handle it anyways. Super wall. Someone grab a hammer.
The key. You must find the key.
Son?
Sir. Here we go again.
Ooh, that
Desmond?
could be comfy.
Do you hear us? The temple triggered a bleeding effect. You collapsed and entered into a fugue state.
So naturally, you dropped me into the Animus instead of, I don't know, making sure I was okay?
You weren't in any danger. Besides,
Lovely.
the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't want to risk severing the connection. At least not until we knew what it wanted.
Right. Of course.
Son,
No, it's fine. I get it. And I know what I'm looking for, by the way. It's a key. Just no idea where it is, though. Guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She?
Juno, Dad. She's talking to me.
Okay.
Okay, Desmond. While you were, visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the Animus. I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
All right. What do you need me to do?
We'll start simple. Walk to the marker over there.
Alright. And I forgot tutorials like this were... still very much a thing.
Okay, Desmond. Let's practice climbing on these objects.
Up. Parkour. Yeah, I couldn't do any of this in real life at all.
Free run your way through this little obstacle course. That's a constraint. These are optional objectives that raise your synchronization rate. All right, Desmond. Follow the on-screen instructions and kill the 2 Templars.
There's one.
All you have to do
There's
here
2.
is jump the gap.
Okay, good to know. Ninja roll. Up we get. Speed. Ninja landing.
Synchronization levels look good now. We should be able to build the world. Time to find out what the temple wants from you.
Lovely. Yeah, so this game is set around the American Revolution and some of the events prior to it.
Sir. Everything all right, sir?
Yes, fine. I'm just preoccupied, that's all.
Don't forget your invitation. Master Birch will be meeting you inside.
Thank you.
Where shall I retrieve you once you're done?
Front of the Opera House. And be quick about it. Don't expect to be here long.
I'll bring her
Oh,
round
that's
at
lovely.
once.
And here we go.
Invitation, please. Shall I take your coat, sir?
Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to kindly find your seats.
Will do. I can power walk.
Good evening, sir. This way, please.
I apologies.
Alright. That's always lovely.
Evening, Haytham.
Reginald?
I can't tell you how happy I was to hear they'd mounted this revival. Gay's best work by far. Have you seen it before?
Once. My father brought me here as a child. Though I remember little of it. I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
No, I'm afraid it won't.
That's always awful.
On to business then. Do you see him?
Glowing gold.
He's seated in one of the boxes above.
The stairs are watched. You'll need to find another way up.
I already have.
Like me too, he acts in a double capacity, both against roads and for them. For 'tis but fitting that we should protect and encourage cheats, since we live by them.
Sir, Black Mall had sent word of trial.
1,000 pardons. My apologies.
So as to bring you off.
As the wench is very active and industrious, we may satisfy her that I'll soften the evidence.
Tom Gag, sir, is found guilty.
A lazy dog. When I took him the time before...
Yeah, like no one would notice any of this.
This is death without reprieve. I may venture to book it. For Tom Gag, £40. Let Betty Sly know I'll save her from the transportation.
I mean, hey. They want to say an assassin's this good and stealthy.
And in truth, it's a pity to lose so good a customer.
If none of the gang take her off, she may, in the common course of business, leave her 12 months longer. I love to let women
And up we get.
Sportsmen always let me see it. Was the breed the game depends on.
And there we go. Ooh, teaching the lockpicking mechanic. Alrighty. It's always lovely. Don't break and enter, kids. Ooh. That could be comfy.
I've got a bit of stage fright.
Dutch courage or put a bloom in your cheek.
Up we go. Ah, that's never fun.
Jeremy's really burning on the boards tonight. He's a marvel.
There we go.
Haytham. You should have come to me. We would have found another way. Yes. But then you would have known. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. As am I.
Ooh, time to stab someone. And way to terrify a child. the high tense music.
Hurry!
Come, please!
Over there! That's the one that was murdered! That man there! Seize him! A man was killed in the upper balcony. I've done no wrong. I search him. Any weapons?
I beg your pardon.
Did they find
Push it, please. Patience, please.
Let us through.
Order! We must have order!
Try to remember.
Poof. And like that.
Peace, friends. There is no danger.
It happened
We
right
must
in that
leave
balcony.
at once.
What are those men doing?
Get clear.
Order! We must have order!
Imbecile! Where are you going?
Oh, lovely.
I'll search along here. You search down there. Very well. If you find anyone, give a shout.
Right. Pardon us. Excuse me. Pardon. And out we are.
And how was the opera?
Rather dull, truth be told.
Shall we be off then?
Aye. To Fleet and Bride.
By your command.
Fascinating. Gentlemen, I hold in my hand a key. And if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Ah, yes. Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that will be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge. Perhaps a weapon, or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them. They are still an enigma, these precursors. But of one thing I am certain. Whatever waits behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Or our enemies, should they find it first.
They won't. You've seen to that.
I assume you know where this storehouse is?
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen,
How fare your calculations?
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
My apologies. Were that I could be more accurate.
That's all right. It suffices for a start. And that is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents.
I'm yours to command, although a job of this magnitude will require more than just myself.
Of course. Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic to our cause. Each is also uniquely suited to aid you in your endeavor. With them at your side, you will want for nothing.
Well, then I'd best be on my way.
I knew our faith in you was not misplaced. We've booked you passage to Boston. Your ship leaves at dawn. Go forth, Hatham, and bring honor to us all.
Spoopy. And unnecessarily ominous. This was a 1-month trip by sea. Sailing shanties.
Some fresh air might do me good.
and then all will be well.
You sure about that?
Of course. Have I ever led you astray?
Nah. No, you don't sit right with the others.
Have faith, my friend. You'll see.
Well, well.
Spoopy.
Seems our esteemed guest has deigned to grace us with his presence. You might want to head back to your quarters. Top deck's no place for tender parnells.
So I thought. And yet here you are.
Fancy yourself a joker, eh? Let's see how funny you find this.
That's enough, Graves.
Stay out of this.
Listen to this, Hector. Thinks he can swagger on up here and declare himself king of the castle.
Please, fellas, call this off. If the captain sees
To
us...
hell with the captain. And to hell with you, Mills. Whose side you on, anyway?
Okay. Ooh, drop kick.
I'm ready to go again if you are.
This is unwise.
Why's that? You think I'm afraid of you?
No, but you should be.
Don't ever fight the person who thinks this is an inconvenience. Oh! That's a DDT.
Never! How do you like these odds?
I felt worse.
What's the meaning of this?
Captain!
Explain yourself at once, Mr. Kenway.
We were simply passing the time with a bit of sport, Captain.
How about you pass the time by doing your goddamn jobs instead? I wasn't aware I was paying you to loll about. A word, please, Mr. Kenway.
Oh, I nearly forgot. There's your knife back.
Overly confident and overly dangerous.
I don't care for you, Mr. Kenway. I've had nothing but trouble since you came aboard.
Your problems have nothing to do with me.
Agreed.
I beg your pardon?
You're a poor leader, ill-tempered and cruel, and it's clear your crew has no respect for you.
Look, I don't want to argue. In fact, I need a favor.
Oh, this is rich.
I suspect some of the men intend to mutiny.
Wouldn't blame them.
Really? What a surprise.
As I cannot trust any of them, I am compelled to turn to you.
And why should I help you?
Because if they do intend to betray, I'm the only hope you have of reaching America alive. Well, what will it be?
He just...
If what you say is true, what other choice do I have?
Thank you.
But let me be clear. Should you ever dare to insult or threaten me again, I'll not hesitate but to cut off your head myself. Are we understood?
Ominous.
Excellent. Good day.
That's always lovely.
Mr. Kenway.
Captain?
Whatever they're up to, I believe it's coming to a head.
I'd best get to work.
Well.
He's cut our rations again. Claims we're not provisioned for such luxuries.
You're not
It's
having
not
second
like that. You
thoughts,
should
are you?
feast on lamb and wine.
I know it needs to be done, but
Tinned fish and
What?
I've a wife and 2 daughters. What if it goes wrong?
You there! I have some questions for you.
That's nice, but I ain't got time to gossip. Probably wouldn't have anything useful to share anyway. You want information? Try the cook or the doctor. Everyone's always chatting them up.
They're the ones you would want to speak with.
Keeps his face in.
Quiet! Here he comes. Make like you're working.
Let's speak with the physician.
A doctor, if you have a moment.
Have you taken ill?
Oh, nothing like that. I was wondering if you'd heard any rumblings of trouble aboard.
What sort of trouble?
Unusual complaints or grievances? Men taking issue with the captain or
You
the
sound
passengers?
just like James. Like I told him, I've been much too busy with my research to notice anything not work-related.
And where might I find James?
The galley's your best bet. Now, if you'll excuse me...
Are you James?
Aye.
Hatham Kenway. Pleased to meet you.
I know who you are.
I was hoping you could answer some questions.
I figured as much, but not here.
Follow me.
So, what do you want to know?
Have you seen or heard anything out of the ordinary since we left port? Anything that gives cause for concern?
Some of the men have been gathering at night on the upper deck. I've only caught bits of their conversations, so I couldn't say for certain what they're up to. But I suspect it bodes ill.
Usually does.
Is it a mutiny they're planning?
All I know is they've little love for the captain. Mills has been trying to talk him down, but there's only so much one man can do.
Thank you for the information.
I only wish to see us reach the colonies alive.
And running. Super stamina.
Evening, sir.
How are things?
Calm and quiet. Just the way I like it. What brings you topside?
Thought I'd wander a bit. Stretch my legs. That's all.
Take care where you tread. The deck hides all manner of danger in the dark.
What was that? Someone's throwing
Lovely.
cargo overboard. But why?
He's cut our rations again. Claims we're not provisioned with such luxuries.
It's not right that you should feast on lamb and wine. We're stuck with tinned fish and biscuits.
Curious.
Someone's marking a trail.
Most curious.
Most curious and most ominous.
Any news?
Each night it's the same. I scout one area, and they drop the painted barrels from another. I'm going to need to recruit an extra pair of eyes. Maybe James or Mills.
Why are they doing this?
Near as I can tell, the barrels serve as markers. They're leaving a trail. My fear is it's only a matter of time before whoever's following it...
Ship sighted aft! She's making ready to fire!
Yep.
Beat to quarters, men! Ready the... Brace! Everybody down!
Let's get
Our
going.
warning shot! Seems they don't mean to sink us, but board us instead! Man the cannons! Make ready to fight! I want you below decks.
Why? Let me help you secure the ship.
Do you know how to rig a sail? To load a cannon? To wage war at sea? I didn't think so. Now return to your cabin, or do I need to have you escorted?
Very well.
Secure the hatch!
Haytham.
Have you been topside? A ship's appeared and means to board us. It's strange. There's no sign of mutiny aboard. Doesn't make sense.
Ah, but it does.
What do you mean?
Did you think you could escape from London so easily after what you did at the opera? That we wouldn't notice? That we wouldn't follow?
Ah. So that's what this is about.
Surrender, and I will see that you are treated with honor.
If you wish to treat me with honor, give me a sword.
Are you sure this is how you want to play it?
And dueling's still honorable enough, so... This fight can be ended with about 1 or 2 swings. Okay then. Stab him in the back. Okay, come on. There we go.
I told you to stay below decks.
I did as you asked. Only Mills was there waiting for me. He's the one that drew that ship here. There was no mutiny, only him.
What do they want?
Me.
Then they can have you.
Is that so?
You'll catch us anyway. There's nothing to be done.
I can think of something.
You wish us to sail into the storm?
It's
Makes
our only
sense.
chance.
I won't do it.
Then I will.
All right, all right.
Yep. Here's hoping you don't get blown too far off course.
We need those ropes secured! I told you this was madness.
Arm yourself. I'll fix your sail for you.
Secure it. Yep. Here we go. Overly taut line.
We need more speed! Loose the sails! Haytham, you take the foremast! James! To the mainmast with you!
Here we go. That is why you had shipwrights. Hello and welcome to the stream.
I can't hold on much longer! Help! Please!
Oh, thank you, thank you.
If we were caught in that, you know they were too. Yep, she doomed. She very doomed. Day 72? Oh, little over a month. Wait, little over 2 months. Hardtack. Sound of shorebirds and coastal birds.
Make ready for our arrival, men!
Arrival? I see no land, only this interminable fog.
The gulls tell us all we need to know. Climb into the crow's nest and you'll see.
Alright. And up we go. Sailing ships were always beautiful. Oh, the sense of anticipation. Oh, that's pretty. Alrighty. Give us the date so I can know what's going on. 1754. Ah, French and Indian Wars just about to kick off.
Master Kenway! Master Kenway!
Yes, may I help you?
Charles Lee, sir. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've been asked to introduce you to the city, help you settle in. Oh, no need, sir. I've arranged for your bags to be delivered to the inn.
Are you by any chance John and Isabella's son?
One and the same.
Your commission is with Edward Braddock, is it not?
Aye. But he's yet to reach America, and I figured I might... Well, at least until he arrives. I thought...
Yes? Out with it.
Forgive me, sir. I had hoped that I might study under you. If I am to serve the Order, I can imagine no better mentor than yourself.
That is
Kind of
very
you to
high
say,
speed.
but I think you overestimate me.
Impossible, sir. This way.
Thief! Someone stop him!
Now, I'm not about to start a fight with the English military
Boston's
at the
quite
moment.
a lively city. There's all manner of things to see and do. Once you've settled in, I suggest you take some time to walk the streets. Who knows what opportunities you might discover.
Sounds fair to me.
Need to fetch a few things before we get to work.
I'll arrange for horses while you do that.
Alright, use this to bring up the map. And whoosh. Shortcut.
Damn sprigs. This accursed city will be the death of me.
You seem troubled, friend.
That's because I am. Greatly so, in fact.
What's happened?
I was robbed. The old Balkan file. Though I've managed to restore what's mine, I fear it's ruined.
You mean the book?
This is no ordinary book. It's an almanac. The first I ever wrote. Benjamin Franklin, pleased to meet you.
Shouldn't it be Richard
Jason
Saunders?
Kenway. You must be new to Boston.
Why do you say that?
You're still possessed of virtue. To stop and help an old lout like myself. I don't mean to impose, but you seem a spry fellow. Should you happen to find my missing pages, I'll reward you.
Look, I'm not sure if I...
It's all right, all right. If you have the time, hurrah. If not, no harm done. The thing is useless in its current state anyway. But should you somehow manage to restore it, you'll find me inside that general store over there.
And the first
Oh.
collectible.
That was interesting.
Citizens of Massachusetts Bay, the French take Fort Necessity in the colony of Pennsylvania. The Crown forces are obliged to surrender. The Duke of Newcastle promotes Major...
Good to see you, my friend.
Frenchman, I believe. Normal weapons. A normal sword. And a flintlock. Not one of any fancy make or design, as would be befitting my status, but one that I must do with, or make do with at the moment.
The Boston Gazette humbly proposes.
There we go.
For the very best in firearms, you need but stop at one expedient location. Murray's has all patterns in stock.
We ride for the Green Dragon Tavern. The proprietors are eccentric, but the rooms are spacious and they do not cry.
Have you been told why it is I've come to Boston?
No, Master Birch said I should know only as much as you saw fit to share. He sent me a list of names and bade me ensure you could find them.
And have you had any luck with that?
Aye. William Johnson waits for us at the Green Dragon.
How well do you know him?
Not well, but he saw the Order's mark and did not hesitate to come.
Prove yourself loyal to our cause. And you may yet know our plans as well.
I should like nothing more, sir.
Understandable. You'd think being on foot would be be better for this. Oh, the French rapier.
You lying, cheating, no good son of a bitch.
Perhaps we've come at a bad time.
Oh, Irish.
Don't be foolish, dearies. Please, sit. Fancy something to eat? A drink, perhaps? Or is it a bed?
Oh, yes. Of course. Masters Lee and Kenway, was it? I'll have your bags brought
Douglas,
up.
Irish. At least in name.
Do you require anything further?
Only privacy.
Which is more than amenable
This
to
way.
ask. Hanger swords, cavalry sabers, all the fun kit and tools of the trade. Ah, French cutlass, kind of a short, heavy saber. The cut-toe sword.
Sir, William Johnson.
A pleasure. A good lad, if a bit earnest. I'm told you're putting together an expedition.
We believe there's a precursor site in the region. I require your knowledge of the land and its people to find it.
Sadly, my research has been stolen. Without it, I'm of no use to you.
Then we'll find it.
Oh, lovely.
Do you have any leads?
My associate, Thomas Hickey, has been making the rounds. He's quite good at loosening tongues.
Well, tell me where I can find him. I'll see if I can't speed things up.
We've heard rumors of bandits operating from a compound southwest
Oh,
of here.
lovely.
You'll likely find him there.
Charles?
Sir.
We'd best be off.
Of course.
Oh, smoke bombs are available too. Oh, I'm going to have so much fun doing weapons analyses and all. Alright. You must be Mr. Hickey.
Thomas Hickey?
Who's asking?
Haytham Kenway.
Is that supposed to mean something?
Show some respect, boy.
Peace, Charles. William Johnson sent us in the hopes we might expedite your search.
Don't need no expediting. Don't need none of your fancy London speak neither. I found the men that done the theft.
Then why are you just lazing around?
Figuring out how to deal with those varlets.
I have an idea.
Well, let's hear it.
I'll kill the lookout, take up a position behind the guards. You two approach from the front. When I open fire on the group, you charge in. We'll have the element of surprise on our side. Half will fall before they've even realized what's happened.
Quick and able.
Get into position. But wait for me to take the first shot.
Forgot you automatically sneak in this game.
Go on now, before you make us mad.
You two, clear off.
And
You You two, clear off.
Reloading.
So much for the element of surprise.
Reinforcement!
Ace them! Shoot them before they reach us!
Use those spare muskets, and you won't have to reload.
That works.
Fall back! Fall back! We'll be safe inside!
What now? We can blow the door with those. Go on, shoot them.
Time to make a nice, lovely boom. Reload.
On with the show then. Guess they wasn't so safe inside after all.
That works.
Lay down your weapons, and I'll consider letting you live.
I make you the same offer. We've no quarrel. I only wish to return this chest to its rightful owner.
Nothing rightful about Mr. Johnson.
I won't ask again.
Ooh, trigger discipline.
Agreed.
Less trigger discipline. At least give me a bayonet. Or not. Okay.
Your kind has no need for books and maps. Who put you up to this?
Never seen a person. It's always been dead drops and letters. But they always pay, so we do the jobs.
Well, those days are done. Tell your masters I said as much.
Who should I say you are?
You don't? They'll know.
And that is power.
Hey, Phil, this one's got some shot on him. You might want to be grabbing it on account of your pistol being parched.
A shame so many had to die.
Aye. Terrible tragedy, that. To the Green Dragon, then. I need a drink.
And...
Careful, gents. We've company.
Don't let go of the chest, Charles. We'll take care of this.
Look at those badges running around all over me shut. Wait, them bodies is sure to have loot on them. Would be a shame to let it all go to waste.
Are you mad? In case you've forgotten, we're in the midst of something.
Aw, why's you always got to go and spoil the sport?
that is a fair assessment. They're in the crops. Yep.
Thomas! What? Over there, that's what! Deal with them!
few fools with knives. They ain't so tough.
It's not the scoundrels I'm concerned with.
Concern is understandable. Oh, did they just set up a roadblock? Rude.
That seems to be the last of them.
Oi! Mr. Johnson's gonna need to double my pay after all this if he expects me to keep at his side.
That seems so. How people were just shooting at us.
There you are.
My thanks, Master Kenway. Now, tell me what it is you need.
Oh, a lot. Several people.
The images on this amulet, are they familiar to you? Perhaps one of the tribes has shown you something similar.
It appears Kanyan Gahaga in origin.
Can you trace it to a specific location? I need to know where it came from.
With my research returned, perhaps. Let me see what I can do. Thomas!
What?
Rent yourself a room. And a bath as well.
All right.
I suspect we'll be here for a while.
Easy enough to do. And let's continue and do one more mission.
Evening, gentlemen.
Charming.
Oh, peace, Charles. He'll grow on you.
Oi! Catherine, you fussock! Get back here! Taddy needs a drink.
How fares the search?
Not sure on that.
Maths and maps are not cutting it.
What of your local contacts?
We'll need to earn their trust before they'll share what they know.
I've an idea on how we might be affecting that. There's a man who's taken to enslaving natives. Rescue them, and they'll owe us.
Do you know where they're being held?
Afraid not.
Benjamin Churchwill. He's a finder and a fixer. He's also on your list.
And there I was, wondering whom I might solicit next. Well done.
Finder and a fixer. Wouldn't be surprised if he's also a fence as well. Onward we go.
Wonderful.
And when in doubt,
Charles?
sometimes the barbaric solution is the most effective.
Seems like we're not the only ones looking for Mr. Church.
Damn it, he could be anywhere. What do we do?
We find him.
All right.
Come. I'll show you how.
All right. Time to vanish. Yes, thank you for this information.
Should we write his family, do you think?
Not our business to meddle, even if we've the best of intentions.
Okay.
But if you could have seen it, they were surely drunk carrying on like that, and during the day, no less.
Okay.
Gentlemen dilettantes, amateurs, and the curious public.
Like that I'm invisible.
From one who aims to be a surgeon. Not likely if he keeps up such carousing.
Truly a shameful display. Benjamin's parents would be mortified.
Perhaps I should send someone to retrieve him before he damages his reputation beyond repair.
That would be reasonable.
They stumbled off to the northeast, no doubt in search of a tavern or some other place of ill repute.
Start questioning those on the street. I'm headed for higher ground.
All right.
Hostilities increase in the frontier, as both French and British forces attempt to draw Indian allies to their side.
Rooftops. The fastest way to travel in Assassin's Creed games. What? Because I need supplies. Whoosh. And just like that, you can't see me. Finding my way up. There must be some form of viable access point. we get. Time to get our bearings. Always the coolest visual in these games.
Time to take a listen. With luck, one of those people knows what became of Benjamin.
Offers you the finest fare in the city. Come for our famous Sunday roasts, washed down with caramel and enjoy our...
Alright.
I've asked the criers, but they all plead ignorant. What can I do? The threats light off them and I'll not deign to grovel.
Actions speak louder than words, my friend.
Yep.
Arrest one and put him in stocks. See if he's so glib then.
To do so without cause will set them singing songs about us. Last thing the city needs is town criers complaining about our abuse of authority.
And forget it. The crime is done. The killer's gone. Those who know won't share their secrets. If the city wishes to harbor scoundrels, let them pay the price for it.
Agreed.
They waved me away. Insisted it was all under control. How odd. Did they say what had happened? No. Only that it was a trifling matter, and he'd be returned home soon. There was some blood though, so I wonder if it wasn't more serious than they let on. Where were they taking him? Towards the hilltop. The doctor of the folk.
Let's synchronize up here real quick. Get our bearings, as any proper hunter does.
So he says to church that one way or another the debt will be settled. It don't end with a man. He's 3 times ahead.
Well, what do you think they're planning?
All I know is it can't be good.
Probably looking for a nice, quiet place to do the deed. From what I hear tell, his work usually involves quite a bit of screaming.
Which reminds me, we'd best not buy any meat.
Good call, that.
Alright.
See, Charles? We'll have...
If I might ask, sir, where did you learn to do all this?
It is a requirement when you are raised in the manner that I was. Perception is fundamental to the Order. It guides the feet when running and climbing, informs the hands when striking and fighting. But most important, it transforms the senses, and we begin to know the world in a different way.
Yep. Being able to see and hunt.
Careful. The place is well guarded. We need to slip past them.
remain undetected. None immediately hostile in my line of sight. And I know people seldom look up. Yeah, no, I ain't messing with that. Up on the roof you get, Charles.
Locked. I'll have to find the key. Wait here.
Oh, wrong button. Oh. Oh, there goes that one. Well, that could have gone a lot better. Oh, nope, wrong one. Dispose of the body. Pick up the rifle. Or musket, or whichever term you deem to be appropriate. And then promptly drop it. I keep pressing that button rather than eagle vision. And this is what I meant to do. Maybe of the, more of the no one can detect you if there's no one left to detect you type.
Why must you always make these things so difficult, Benjamin? Merely provide me with recompense, and all shall be forgiven.
I'll not pay for protection I don't need.
Clearly, you do require protection. Else we wouldn't be here. How very gauche.
Lovely.
Now, what shall we do about our guest? Maybe I'd take his hands, put an end to his surgering. Maybe I'd take his tongue, put an end to his waggling. Or maybe I'd take his cock, put an end to his fucking us.
So many options. I can't possibly decide. Take all three.
Now, hold a moment. Perhaps I was hasty in refusing you earlier.
I'm so very sorry, Benjamin. But that door has closed.
Be reasonable, Silas.
I rather think I was. But you took advantage of my generosity. I won't be made a fool a second time.
And you already will have been.
I fear I lack the constitution to bear witness to such barbarism. Come find me when you're finished, Cutter.
You'll regret this, Silas, do you hear me? I'll have your head!
No. I rather think you won't.
That is a very nice knife.
Lucky to pass out. Though I dare say I'll do my best to ensure that doesn't happen. You're a ruffian. Commoner's dirt, Gunner. I'm proud of it. Hold still a minute.
Alright.
I got to start. It's so very proud to have raised a specimen like yourself. Quiet now. I need to concentrate on me work. A little bit from here, a little bit from there.
And like that, I was never here.
Who are you?
Hatham Kenway, at your service.
I don't understand. Why are you here?
Walk with me, Mr. Church, and all will be explained.
I'll take what we got. Look, I'll pick up that Almanacs page and then dang, that page is quick. Truth be told, I could have handled it better. Oh please, you could have rolled out of that.
Johnson's told me what you intend. As it happens, the man who held me is the same one that you seek. His name is Silas Thatcher.
That fancy lad is our slaver?
Don't let his velvet tongue deceive you. A crueler and more vicious creature I've never known.
What can you tell me of his operation?
He hosts at least 100 men, more than half of whom are redcoats.
All this for some slaves?
Hardly. The man's a commander in the King's troop, in charge of the Southgate Fort.
Lovely.
We need to find a way inside. Let me think on it. In the meantime, I'll attend to our final recruit.
John Pitcairn's our man. I'll take you to him.
I'm gonna call it for tonight right here. I hope to see you all later on next stream. Until then, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video with your friends, Be safe in these trying times.